Girls, do you see Molly Ringwald sitting here?
Well, you're awfully cranky today.
Well, forgive me. My arthritis is bothering me. My Social Security check was late. And I realized today I haven't showered with a man in 22 years.
Mom, Pop's been dead 27 years.
What's your point?
What are you saying?
Isn't it obvious, Dorothy? She showered with a dead man for 5 years.
Rose, what did you want?
I got 2 tickets to the hottest Norwegian musical in town.
Rose, you've really tempted me, but I do have other plans.
You have a date?
Never say that one on me.
I'm teaching history for an adult education program. It's for people who never got their high school diplomas.
What else do they teach?
The usual high school subjects.
You mean like the 3 R's? Reading, writing, and rooster inseminating?
No, we just teach the first 2 R's.
Fine. But you're going to be sending people out into the world who don't know you can get a nasty rooster bite if you don't warm your hands up first.
Girls, is this dress me? It's too tight, it's too short, and it shows too much cleavage for a woman your age.
Yes, Blanche, it's you.
Another date with your mystery man?
Oh, he's no mystery man.
No, then how come you've been out with him 4 times? We don't know anything about it.
Well, there is one little thing. Well, that must be him. Rose, would you get the door, please?
Hello.
Oh, hello. We thought you were Blanche's date, but you're way too old.
Hola, Blanche.
Oh, sweetheart, come in. I want you to meet all my friends.
Please forgive me. It wasn't my fault. My cousins have been marrying each other for generations.
Everybody, this is Fidel Santiago.
How do you do? Very nice to meet you.
It is always a pleasure to meet beautiful ladies such as yourself.
With that accent, you can almost buy it.
And you must be Sophia.
Your face looks awfully familiar. Was your picture ever on a cigar box?
No, she's right. That was my father.
May we continue, Commandant?
My family once owned the largest tobacco plantation in all of Cuba. Do you know that at one time I was the most famous Fidel in the entire country? Until you-know-who showed up.
Who?
Rex the Wonder Horse, Rose.
How did you know about Santiago cigars?
My husband was a fan. Not of the cigars, the boxes. We used to keep all our fine cutlery in one.
Blanche was right. She said you were incorrigible.
I guess I deserve it. I always say she's a cheap slut. Maybe we better be going.
Yes, it was a pleasure meeting you all.
Good night. Well, I guess that solves the mystery.
I'll say, who would have thought Blanche would date somebody that long in the tooth?
I thought his teeth were nice. What I couldn't believe was how old he was.
You know, sometimes I really cannot believe my ears.
I know. I should have taken them back when you were 7.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please take your seats. Jorge Vega, Michael Fetchick, Jim Shue. Jim Shue? Oh, I get it. Jim Shue. Very funny.
Excuse me, I am Jim Shue.
Terribly sorry. I thought you were pulling my leg.
I don't think I could drink that much sake.
Maria Gianelli, Rose Nyland, Rose Nyland. Rose, what are you doing here?
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. I slipped through the cracks of the St. Olaf school system.
It's very hard to believe. I've seen you almost complete a TV Guide crossword puzzle.
It's true. You're looking at a woman without a sheepskin.
I've got an extra in my wallet I could give you.
right.
You with Benihana after class? Rose. You never graduated from high school?
Not officially. 3 weeks before graduation, I was asked to be in the kissing booth at the Founders Day Fair. Unfortunately, the first boy I kissed had a nasty case of mono. Well, that afternoon, I passed it along to 50 young men. And one very confused female PE teacher who smelled of Old Spice. I slept day and night for the next 6 months, and when I finally woke up, I had missed my graduation and the integration of Major League Baseball.
Rose, I'm very sorry, but honey, you cannot stay in this class.
Oh, please, Dorothy. I've secretly dreamt of getting a high school diploma for years, but I never had the courage to do it. Now with you teaching, I finally feel comfortable enough to give it a try.
Oh, all right, you can stay. All right, everybody, if you will turn to page 5. And yes, Rose?
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Hi, Dorothy. What are you doing?
Grading the history test.
How did I do?
You'll find out in class tomorrow.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Did I do better than Boris Yashchenko?
Oh, Rose, Boris Yashchenko doesn't speak a word of English, and he was hit in the forehead with a mortar during World War II.
Did I do better than him?
No. I'm a failure. Rose, you are not. Now, come on, you are doing very well in every subject except history.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's all because of my high school history teacher, Mr. Stickelmeyer. He was a Nazi.
Oh, come on. Rose, a lot of students don't like their teachers, but you don't...
I mean it. He was part of a nefarious plot by the Germans to teach misinformation so America's youth would be really stupid when the Germans invaded. St. Olaf was the first town chosen for their experiment.
I guess they figured they had a leg up there.
Those orders came right from the top.
You mean Hitler?
Who's Hitler?
You are bad at history.
Girls, I'm just beside myself. Fidel's seen another woman.
Are you sure?
Yes. We used to see each other constantly. Now I'm lucky to see him twice a week. If he's not seeing another woman, what else could he be doing?
Maybe he paints like Red Skelton.
Rose, would you please hand me my grade book?
Sure.
Thank you. You were saying, Blanche?
Well, it's just breaking my heart. I've never cared for a man as much as Fidel Santo Domingo.
Santiago.
Or whatever. The point is, he's rich, he's handsome, and we were made for each other. Even if I don't speak Mexican.
Spanish.
Whatever. I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, now calm down, Blanche. There's probably a very logical explanation.
You know, you're probably right. Oh, why would Fidel want another woman? After all, he's dipped his toes in the lake known as Blanche.
That wasn't stupid enough to deserve a hit?
You know what I'm going to do? Put your hands down, Rose. I was going to say that since we all had such a bad day, let's all go out for dinner. It's on me.
Oh, that sounds
I'll go get
great.
my purse.
Wow, dinner out with the girls. Oh, let's really get crazy. We'll eat Chinese and use forks. I know. We'll pretend it's one of our birthdays and screw them out of a cake. Boy, if I wasn't going, I'd really be jealous of me. But I am going, so that's all irrelevant.
Yeah, Rose, did I hit you too hard before?
No, not at all. I'm trying a new hairspray and it absorbs most of the impact. It was delicious.
My pleasure.
Oh, I really enjoyed it too. In fact, I had such a good time, I forgot all about what's his name? Fidel. Oh, honey, I know what his name is.
No, I mean, there he is. And he has his arms around another woman.
Fidel Santiago.
My papers are in order. Oh, hello, Blanche.
What in hell is going on here?
Blanche,
How can you be so deceitful? What is it? Is she younger, more attractive, more desirable?
You got 2 out of 3, Blanche.
Sophia, what in hell is going on here?
He's a man, I'm a woman. I've got what it takes, and he knows how to use it.
I think I'm going to lose my lunch.
Blanche, listen.
Fidel, don't sugarcoat it for her. Look, we happen to be an item. I'm wearing his medical alert bracelet.
When did this start?
Well, I have been allergic to penicillin ever
Oh,
since.
not that. I mean, this sick relationship.
Por favor, let me explain. I still care for you deeply. I did not mean for this to happen, it just did. When I would go to pick you up, I would always talk to Sophia while I was waiting. And to my delight, I found her to be very
Hot.
interesting. Look, ladies, I am so glad that this is all out in the open. You are both wonderful women, and I want to continue seeing both of you. But of course, that is a decision that you will have to make. Now, if you will excuse me, it's time for me to change into my 3rd linen suit of the day. In this heat, I go through them like Kleenex.
Oh, no. How could he possibly think I'd continue seeing him? Blanche Devereaux has never shared a man.
Or a pizza.
And what does that mean, you wrinkled old crow?
It means Fidel is interested in more than just a cheap thrill. He also wants a mind.
Oh, yeah? Well, we'll see about that.
You're on, baby. Fidel, stop. Even surgical stockings only have so much elastic. Hello. I thought you two would be asleep by now.
Girl, this nightgown is so sheer, I believe you can see right through it. Hello, Fidel.
Hello, Blanche. How are you?
You don't have cataracts, you tell me.
Beat it, you 50-year-old mattress.
Why, you miserable old...
Blanche, you know the rules. When one of you is out with Fidel, the other one does not interfere.
My apologies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water to barely cover my perky bosoms.
You're only going to sit in an inch of water?
Ladies, let us behave in a more civilized manner.
You're right. I apologize, Fidel.
So do I.
Well, good night.
Good night.
I'll see you at noon for lunch,
And 6 for dinner.
10 for dancing.
Midnight for dessert. Dessert at midnight?
There's always room for Jello.
I just hate you. I regret the day you ever moved in here.
And I regret the day I gave birth to you.
I'm your daughter.
Oh, yeah. I need a bromo seltzer.
I need a cheesecake.
Blanche, I hate to see you and Sophia fighting like that.
She's trying to steal my man, and no one ever steals a man from Blanche Devereaux.
Blanche, this is all about your ego, isn't it?
Ego? Dorothy, I have no ego. And you can ask the hundreds of men who would gladly cut off their right arm to sleep with me.
I agree with Dorothy. I don't think you'd even still be dating Fidel if another woman wasn't interested in him.
Girls, look, I know it seems strange, but I happen to have strong feelings for Fidel. I can't explain it. Some things in life defy explanation.
Yeah, like Bruce Willis's hair. Blanche, I want to talk to you.
I'm in no mood to fight.
Neither am I. That's what I want to talk about. We've been at each other's throats for weeks. We've also been running ourselves ragged trying to outdo each other. It has to stop.
I'm not giving Fidel up, Sophia.
I am. I'm fighting a losing battle. You're younger, you're prettier. In the end, he'll choose you and it'll break my heart. He's yours, Blanche. No hard feelings.
Oh, Sophia, wait. Why don't you take Fidel? I have all those other boyfriends.
Okay, good night.
Rose, I have a little surprise for you.
Cookies and milk. Oh my God, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
You only do nice things for me when something terrible has happened.
Rose, you failed the history test.
What does that mean?
It means you got more wrong than right.
I know that. I didn't fail math. I was talking about the bigger picture.
It means you won't get your diploma.
Yeah? Well, you have a big behind.
Oh, Rose, please, let's try to keep this at an adult level. And if you want to talk behinds, they could show how the West was won on yours.
Can't believe this.
I'm sorry, Rose, but I have to grade you like everybody else.
Look, Dorothy, you made a mistake. I got that question right.
Rose, the question was, who was the leader of the Third Reich? You wrote Fritz Stickelmeyer, your high school history teacher. The correct answer is Adolf Hitler.
Where's my history book? Is this the man we're talking
Yes,
about?
that is Adolf Hitler.
You can call him whatever you want, but that's Fritz Stickelmeyer. I'm as sure of that as I am that Ava Braun standing next to him.
You recognize Ava Braun?
Well, sure, she was our high school PE teacher. It was rumored she used to date Mr. Stickelmeyer.
Rose, that's it. I just can't take anymore. With this question right, you have a D minus. Rose, you're a high school graduate.
Oh, Sophia, I'm a high school graduate. Congratulations, now you can get any job involving a cardboard hat. Well, how do I look?
Hey, terrific. Where are you going tonight?
Fidel is taking me to the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater to see Ruth Buzzy and Evita. Dorothy,
Where are you going?
to the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater with Fidel?
But that's impossible. He invited me yesterday after the movies.
He invited me yesterday after dinner.
This was bound to happen. The two of you have been running that man ragged for weeks. It's no wonder he got confused. Hello?
Confused? How could he possibly confuse this young, nubile body with that raisin in sneakers? Well, there's only one way to settle this. I'm going.
The head you are, I'm going.
Neither one of you is going. Fidel isn't coming.
Where is he?
We killed him.
I know. We might as well have put a gun to poor Fidel's head.
We were too much woman for him. His spirit was willing, but his poor heart couldn't take it.
It's all our fault. Our silly competitiveness did this.
Oh, come on, you two. The man was in his 70s. These things just happen. You had nothing to do with his heart giving out.
Dorothy, everyone here is a woman.
We are gathered here today to honor the memory of a man who has suddenly been taken from us.
What are you looking at me for? Just keep talking.
Fidel Santiago was a very special man. He was kind, caring, and loving. He was a man who brought joy into the lives of all he touched.
I have the feeling he touched every Bahama.
Fidel Santiago lived life.
Excuse me, Father. Hold that thought. Which of you was Fidel's girlfriend? Oh, my God. He had his burro hitched to every bedpost in town. But that's good news, girls. That means your cheap animal like lust didn't have anything to do with killing Fidel. I'm leaving. I'm not about to mourn a man who's been with every woman in this room.
He was never with me.
I guess even he had his standards. Stay where you are. Father, if you don't mind my saying so, I think you lost control of the room. Excuse me. The man in that box was a bum. A scoundrel, a cheat, and a liar. You got that right. Quiet. I work alone. But there was another side to him. And it was beautiful. He awakened feelings in me I haven't felt in 35 years. We used to hug and kiss and hold hands. And it was nice. He made me feel attractive and desirable again. He probably made the rest of you feel that way too. And looking down at this kennel club, that was no small accomplishment. You may all hate Fidel right now. But I know the next time I'm sitting in the park on a warm, sunny day and I smell the aroma of a cheap cigar, I'll think of Fidel Santiago and I'll smile.
Oh, Ma, that was very sweet.
Just lovely. Sophia, can you ever forgive me for all those ugly things I said?
Of course I can. It was set in the heat of the battle.
You know, if I had it all to do over again, I'd let you have Fidel.
Oh, you're so generous. The man's packing material. Now you're letting me have him? I have contacts livelier than him. She's given him to me. The man's face has more powder on it than Ann Miller's. She's given him to me. A piece of woman would make a better dancing partner. Thanks for the echo.
Just love waking up with rain tapping on your bedroom window? Absolutely. I always throw open the window, uncork a bottle of cold duck, and slip into my Fredericks of Hollywood ostrich feather nightie.
Just because of rain tapping at your window?
Oh, I thought she said Wayne. My mistake, sorry.
Ma, where are you going?
To the market. Why are you going in the rain? The market's in Miami. If it was in Phoenix, I'd be going in the sun.
Now, Sophia, Rose asked a perfectly sensible question.
Am I the only one she caught by surprise?
Ma.
Rose, I'm going to buy a nectarine. I go to the market every day to buy a nectarine. At 82, that's life. A round trip on the number 6 bus to buy a nectarine.
That's so sad.
Not sad. Life. Sad is when you have to mash the nectarine with a fork.
It's a shame. Sophia has nothing constructive to do anymore. She needs something to make her feel more fulfilled.
Well, I'll tell you what would make her feel more fulfilled.
A hobby. Oh, I thought you meant, a man.
You got a better hobby?
No, I don't think a hobby is the answer for Ma. Well, what do you think is? Ugh, I wish I knew. I mean, let's face it, life is as interesting as you make it. And at Ma's age, it's harder to make the effort. I don't know, I guess I should be grateful that she's at least able to get out, even if it is just to buy a nectarine.
Well, girls, since it's raining, we could take tackle some of those jobs around the house we always talk about.
I'll change that bulb in the hallway.
I'll hold the ladder.
I meant something like rearranging the furniture in the living room, or cleaning out the garage, or relining the kitchen shelves.
Bingo!
Oh, bingo's fun on a rainy day.
She was talking about relining the shelves.
Well, that could be fun, too, if we divide into teams and grease our hands.
I got arrested for that once at a party in Chattanooga.
My goodness, look what I found. Double fudge cookies. I thought we agreed not to keep cookies in the house.
Right, after this last box.
You're not going to eat them, are you?
Oh, no, Rose. We're going to go to some dumb country and try to use them as money.
I thought we were going to divide up work.
That's right. Rose make a fresh pot of coffee, Dorothy get the plates, and I'll just tear into these suckers.
Hey, you got any decent nectarines?
There's nothing wrong with those nectarines.
Please, I got a bowl of wax bananas that'll be right before these,
You're crazy. This nectarine is beautiful. I never saw a more perfect piece of fruit.
No? Then try kissing my behind. It's a real peach. Sophia, Caesar Chavez, I got hungry.
They're giving you a hard time, too.
Nah, I just can't pick out a decent nectarine. This way they do it for me. Why don't you just ask for help? Help? You know who helps old boys like us? Boy Scouts and cartoons. We gotta look after ourselves. They giving you any trouble?
I can't get a refund on this land shop. It looked fine in the case, but when I got it home, the bottom was all fat.
Come with me.
Sophia, please. I don't want to make trouble.
When's the last time you saw me make trouble?
Aisle 3. Relax. Sir,
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I already told you I can't take it back. It's against store policy.
Are you willing to sign an affidavit to that effect?
What?
An affidavit. It's standard in any NOPRL investigation.
Oprah.
The NOPRL, Network of Older People Retired But Living. Sophia Petrillo, past president and legal counsel. This store's in big trouble, mister. I got a better case than Valerie Harper.
Excuse me, ladies, pardon me. Is there a problem here?
Only if you consider a class action suit and a boycott by OREP a problem.
I thought it was Oprah.
This is too big for NOPRL. This is all the way up to OREP.
OREP?
Organization of Retired and Elderly People. Sophia Petrillo, Executive Director and leader of the 87 March on Demon Marcus.
Mrs. Petrillo, isn't there some way that we can resolve this matter?
I'm afraid not. The wheels of justice are already in motion. Of course, a full refund could put those wheels in reverse.
How much?
$1.17?
You got it. Here. Keep the change.
Thank you. We'll be in touch. Listen. How much for the nectarine?
Take it. It's on the house.
Oh, we can't do that. It's against the bylaws.
All right, you can pay me. That's 45 cents.
45 cents for one lousy nectarine? What's inside, a pit or a pearl? This is a 25-cent nectarine.
Fine, sold.
Well, don't stand there like a bump on a pickle. Give the man a quarter.
So when the waiter brought my order, he set down a big bowl of gazpacho right in front of me, and I said, I ordered the consomme. He said, a hot number like you needs something spicy. And I said, I'll give you something spicy, and I poured the gazpacho right down his pants.
So you never went out with him?
No, just slept with him. He wasn't my type.
My goodness, Blanche, how could you?
Oh, come on, Rose. She's just teasing you.
That's right, honey. I'm just teasing. You always tease the one you love. Actually, tease and tickle. Actually, tease, tickle, and spank. Actually...
Blanche.
I'm sorry. What was I talking about?
About teasing me because you love me.
Oh, that's right. Well, it's true. Now, I learned that during my sorority years when I was dating Mr. Preston Bougainvillea. Lord, the teasing that boy put up with.
Because of his name.
No, because of his ears. He had these long, floppy ears. Kind of like a basset hound. When he came to pick me up for our blind date, I couldn't believe it. He jumped out of the car and he ran up the walk and bounded up onto the front porch. And I remember thinking, he's going to trip on those ears. But he didn't. So there he stood before me introducing himself, and I don't know, I was still so stunned, I just kind of half muttered a how do you do? And he said, I beg your pardon, I didn't hear you. Well, I don't know what came over me, but I just blurted out, didn't hear me? I think you could pick up Radio Free Europe with those. And you know what he did? He laughed. Well, right then and there, I started growing very fond of Mr. Preston Bougainvillea. And over the next several months, we saw quite a lot of each other.
Oh, that's really very sweet, Blanche.
I know. By the way, did you girls know that the size of a man's ears is directly proportionate to the size of his other bodily organs?
Big floppy pancreas. Well, could we get back to lining the shelves?
I don't feel like it anymore.
Well, what do you want to do instead?
I know. Let's rent an adult video, drink mimosas, and French kiss the pillows.
I don't think so.
Fine, I'm out of ideas. You think of something.
How about if we rearrange the furniture in the living room?
Don't you think we ought to wait till Sophia gets back home? Maybe she'd like to help, give us something to do.
You know she's always exhausted when she gets back from the market. I mean, the first thing she does is go to take a nap before dinner.
Well, then we'll just do it right now. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Take 5. Even the seagulls stopped listening. The rain kept our fans away. Baloney. Every week we've been collecting, what, $20, $30 for the clinic? The last couple of weeks we're lucky if we break 10. And you know why? We're losing our edge. The excitement is gone. We're not driven like we used to be. Haven't we learned anything from the tragic examples of Mike Douglas and Ferdinand Marcos?
Come on, Sophia. You know, a little lunch might cheer you up.
You brought yours? Nah, this is a nectarine fillet. I'm having the usual as soon as the sausage guy comes. So let's see, who's buying? Pulse or pressure? Pressure.
140/80.
130/80. 120/70. Your treat, Esther. And I'd stay away from the sausage if I were you.
Sophia, would you like to come to my art class today?
Did you talk Maury Shimowitz into posing naked yet?
We got him down to his trust.
I've seen his trust. It's impressive. The first time he showed it off, I thought he had a turkey platter in his pants. Besides, today's my day at the hospital.
You're not feeling good?
Please, I haven't felt good since Hugh Downs left the Today Show. That's got nothing to do with it. Hey, look. Okay, break's over. Let's pretend we know what we're doing and try to turn a buck. Come on, girls. Give it all you got. Remember the clinic and work hard. Remember your art and be proud. Remember an F sharp and blow. 1, 2, 1.
big meal always makes me so sleepy.
Is that why you usually go right to bed after a date buys you dinner?
Who said that?
You did. At the beauty parlor, don't you remember? And Agnes said you were a lot of hot air, and you said she was just jealous because she wasn't getting any. And I said, getting any what? And you said rice pudding, Rose? And I said,
Could we just get back to moving the furniture?
Well, the weather's cleared up. I really think we should save a big project like this for a rainy day.
now we agreed we weren't going to waste time. That'd be a big mistake, something we'd regret for the rest of our lives.
Rose, we're eating pizza, not getting tattoos.
I just hate the idea of wasting time. I always have, ever since what happened to my neighbor in St. Olaf.
Rose, are you about to educate us on the evils of wasting time by telling a long, tedious St. Olaf story?
Do you know a better way?
There's a point, Blanche.
It was back in 1955, and we had just moved into our first house right next door to Pigpen Johansson. That wasn't his real name. That was a nickname.
Pigpen.
No, Johansson. Anyway, Pigpen had just turned 80, and the town bylaws made him leave his job teaching driver's training at the high school.
On at 80, it was about time.
Well, it had nothing to do with his age. There was an old law on the books about driving with your shirt off.
I once got arrested for that in Chattanooga, too.
Blanche, let me ask you a question. Are you allowed to go back to Chattanooga?
Are you kidding? The sheriff still rides. Go on, Rose.
Anyway, without a job, Pigpen started feeling useless, so the town fathers thought they'd give him a new job, putting up the Welcome to St. Olaf sign out on Miller's Lane.
Rose, is there a point to this story?
Yes! That same year, on Founder's Day, the governor was coming. And Pigpen forgot to put up the sign. And the governor drove straight through town without ever realizing he was in St. Olaf.
I would have thought the glazed look on everyone's face would have taken off.
So the point is, Pigpen ruined Founder's Day all because he was wasting time.
That's right, and the town fathers took down his picture. It had always hung in the St. Olaf auto shop, right next to Andy Granatelli. My mother used to date him. You know what he has under that trench coat?
A wrench?
That's what Mother called it. Anyway, Mother was having trouble with her transmission, and Andy was...
It's after 1 o'clock. You're late.
So dock me.
You do this for free.
Then be grateful. Anything happening?
Yeah, we got 3 in surgery, 2 in x-ray, and you have to deliver these on your break.
In your dreams. I'm a sunshine lady, not a teamster. Now get the hell out of here and let me do my work.
Oh, one more thing. Your boyfriend was looking for you.
Sam? He wheeled himself out here just to see me?
Yeah. I don't get it. He must see a side of you that's hidden from the rest of the world. Like the dark side of the moon.
You're just jealous because you know you can never have me. What's the matter? You don't watch General Hospital? This place is a passion pit.
Any flowers for me today?
No.
Are you sure? Your name's Leonard.
I know your name. You ask me every day if I have flowers for you, and the answer is always no. Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. There are flowers for you today.
Really? Which one?
All of them. And the balloons, too. There's no one here to deliver them right now, so you leave your walker here and just wheel these to your room.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
me. I'd like to check on my husband, Mr. Carp. Prostate surgery?
Nothing yet, but he'll be fine. I went through it myself 20 years ago.
You had prostate surgery?
What do I look like, a cross-dresser? My husband had the surgery. I was the one who went through it. So tell me, Sam, what's new?
So anyway, Lars froze solid right in the middle of the lake. And the town fathers mistook him for Max Brinker, the inventor of herring Krispies. Which, by the way, go great with borscht. But what doesn't?
Cake's done. 45 minutes.
I wonder why Ma isn't back from the market yet.
Oh, she probably stopped to rest on a bench, poor thing.
Oh, honey, her problem is not physical. She could do a lot more if she wanted to.
You mean she has the energy, just not the desire?
Exactly. You know, her mother lived to be 94 and was active right up until the very end. I remember when Grandma was in a wheelchair, she was on the go from morning till night. But she always had time to talk to her grandchildren. Gee, if I close my eyes, I can hear her saying, "Come on, you snot-nosed little rugrats. Pick up those jacks, they're puncturing holes in my tires." But the most amazing thing about Grandma was that in 1952, she decided to go into politics.
Politics?
Huh? She felt it was her personal responsibility to elect Adlai Stevenson president. Well, she didn't care for Eisenhower because, you know, he claimed to have liberated Italy, and she said Italy was liberated enough. Already too many people eating meat on Friday and wearing condoms on Saturday.
Whatever happened to her?
She colonized life on Venus. Oh, she was 94 when I was 6. She died, you idiot.
How did she die?
You know, we're not sure. One night, she left in her wheelchair and she never came back. The next day, the neighborhood kids had a go-kart with 2 really big black wheels.
Dorothy, why don't you just remind Sophia how active her mama was?
Oh, but honey, Ma never saw that. I mean, to Grandma, it was no big deal. She was just doing what she'd done all her life, so she never even discussed it. And to Ma, well, all she saw was the woman she loved, growing old and wrinkled in a wheelchair.
Just goes to show how different one generation can be from another.
Absolutely.
I'll see.
Well, what y'all want to do now?
Well, we aren't going to waste this day. We have to do something constructive.
Jeopardy is on in 15 minutes.
Sounds good to me. Let's go. I'll just slice up this cake and bring it in.
Sophia, don't you have to go back to work?
Please, I don't perform brain surgery. I give people directions to the cafeteria. If I like them, I give them the wrong directions. Have any visitors today?
Mom and Dad were by this morning. They brought comic books.
I never let my boy Phil read comic books. Of course, when he was 16, we shared an underwear drawer.
Did you bring me anything today?
Don't I always?
I thought maybe you forgot.
I never forget.
But I hate nectarines.
You have to eat.
Sophia, it doesn't matter. You know that.
Crazy talk. Comes from not eating enough fresh food. Here.
Sophia, once they goofed up my blood with that transfusion, there wasn't anything anyone could do. No one's ever beat it, Sophia.
But someday they will, and it could be tomorrow, and it could be you. I believe that, and you're gonna believe that. Because right now, today, that's all we got. Hope.
And a nectarine.
And a nectarine.
You know, it's a shame we didn't accomplish anything today.
Of course we did. We found out in a pinch fruit cocktail is not bad on a bagel.
Hello there. You guys ready for bed already?
Yeah, I guess we are.
We're very tired.
We took care of a lot of odds and ends around the house today. What did you do, Ma?
What did I do today? What I do every day. I bought a nectarine.
that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. I have seen love before, but I never felt that great before. I can say proudly that I love you and your love is great. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are such an amazing man. You have awakened a part of me. You have created something I've never knew. You not only care about me, but you always respect me as I am. You have accepted a part of me, and that makes all the difference to me. You are so